Hey you scallywags! Today we're looking at this guy, Steiner from Joytoy and their Dark Source line. We're at the beginning of 2022, but could this be the first contender of Figure of the Year so far? Let's find out.
Shut up and sit down.
So here's everything all laid out, all armor and things taken off as well. Let's start by taking a look at Steiner and this base buck. So first off the bat, the paint apps on the face are quite different to what we're used to, but I kind of like it. A bit jarring at first. All around, bit yellow eye, I think. It looks good. There is some weathering there on the bottom bit of the chest. This forearm bit, new. The hand there is new as well. New sculpt, I believe. Crotch area piece looks a bit different. Looks like that'll be handy for articulation on the legs, but we'll look into that in just a bit. Down here, boots. I think these are different. Yeah, look, the bottom bit doesn't look familiar. We may have seen it before. Maybe a Rego. Anyway, articulation. Head movement here works quite well. Goes down and up. There. All the way. No neck movement though. Which I thought there was out of the box, because there's a great deal of movement in the head. Quite deceiving when you take him out. Around he goes. Arm goes all the way up there without the armor, so higher than it would do with the armor on. The arm goes all the way around, and we've got a very nice bend there at the elbow, which you'll also find over here. Very nice. There's also a twist here just above the elbow, all the way around. And here you have the wrist, which you can move any which way you like, as long as you line it the way you want. Moving up here on a ball, and down there, the waist. Using the legs, you can get him to go all the way down like that. That is great. Look at him. You can see underneath himself. You can also push him all the way back like that with his head. Oh, don't pop off his head. That's a decent stretch there. Is Jean-Claude. Ooh, eat your heart out, JCVD. He's got some dark saucy balls. Now with his legs, my left one seems to be a little bit loose. But they're cut in a similar way to the Yamato figures, where you can see a bit of the joint. So we'll give you a lot more range of movement. So up, and give a nice kick up like that, and back also. That feels a lot less limiting. He's also got some thigh swivel too, both sides. That works just the same. If you can see, when you straighten out the legs, there is a little bit of a bend going forward. This should actually help out more with balancing the figure. Rego had a tendency to fall back on me quite a bit. Double jointed knee going all the way back there. Just brilliant. No boot turn. Boots. Down though there, which is really good. Look at that. And we've got up there. Not too great. Pivot, which doesn't seem to be hindered as much as some of the others. And toe as well. Two closed fists, left and right. Two semi-closed fists, left and right, for holding things. On the figure, we've got an open support hand on the left and trigger hand on the right. Alright, let's take out this left hand, just angle it down like that. Find the easiest way, and then just kind of try and get it off at this angle whilst holding it securely at the wrist so it doesn't pop out the wrong way. There you go. Let's get on this semi-open hand so he can dual wield and hold his blade, etc. Here are the two new thigh armor pieces, which I think are brand new. There's the part to hold the gun. They're very thin, which is really good. We'll just remove the legs to get the thigh pieces on. Be very careful, just sort of slide it in carefully all the way around. There we go. Pop it in. Do the same for the other side. There. Here is the chest armor piece, which is brand new. You've got bits at the back here for the swords, and I've got a magnet I put there, which I'll show you later. Pop this off. Here is a scarf, which goes on the figure underneath. Pop that off. Put this on first. There. Looks kind of artsy-fartsy. The chest armor will just go on over the top here. Nice and secure. Clip it in. Use this to help me. It's a bit small, but it does go in. Do the other side as well. There you go. Here's a belt with crotch and ass guard. A bit there for the knife. There's the ass guard. Nothing to do with Thor. Just go around there for the waist. Let's get it centered. The one thing I noticed is that I got it centered there, but when you check the back, it's kind of off center. It's a bit annoying. Pop his torso back on. Yeah. Here's a shoulder guard. Got two of them. I find it easier to take the forearm off because of the elbow pads on it. Now that should be a lot easier. Slide in. And then just pop that back in there. There you go. And then just the same for the right side. There. Looking good. So he's still able to move his head quite a bit there. And that arm. Go up about there. Jean-Claude! Now for his helmet. There's a little bit of a round circle thing there. Don't know what that's about, but it's on Boyang Feng's as well. I used a black pen to go over that bottom bit there, so the red is not so bright. I think they could have gotten away with doing like a dome helmet, but this works. Helmet just pops on top like that. It's a little bit loose, but you can't really notice it when it's on there. It doesn't fall off, so that'll do. The pistol, which we've seen before in a number of releases, just goes in his hand. There's a bit of silver on there, and it's dry brushed in silver as well. I can just pop in there for storage, like so. Knife which we've seen as well. Can hold that. I believe the heavy cavalry had these with nowhere to store it. We now have a place we can put it here. Just slide it in there. Now that looks like it's going to be difficult to get out, which it was at first. Looks good in there, but Awesome Action Toys said just to angle it like that, which actually works wonders. Look, just do that. You've got to find the right angle, push it up a little bit. It's a bit rubbery, so you can get it out like that, nice and easily, and just slide in again. This rifle we've had before, it was very plain in the Vengeance Type C. Here we've got a bit of silvers there, dry brushing, so you can tell they're making an effort. They're making an effort with this just by the collar wraps on this gun. This will fit in his trigger hand, which you kind of got to get just right. And I don't have the support hand on, but you can stretch that hand out. But I wouldn't recommend that for long-term use. There. As for that magnet, I've got one here on the gun, and then it will clip on just like that on the back. Two swords that we saw with Steiner, and they can clip on together to be a hole. Pop that in his right hand, and then you can clip that on there. You can also have him hold it in his left hand, so he can be a dual wielder of blades. And really awesome. They can store in the back here like that, and I can put my gun on the back there, so he's storing all his weapons now. This is brilliant from Joytoy. The fact that you can store the knife, pistol and the swords is awesome. And then I've just made a little mod so I can pop this in the back like that. I definitely want to see more of this kind of storage of weapons, Joytoy, so please continue with this in upcoming releases. So here we have a few comparisons. We've got Snake Eyes there on the left, and a Kamen Rider figure on the right. From Spiro Studio, Belarus on the right, or Belarus, and Atreyu on the left. From Wicked Cool Toys, Jazzwares, Halo, Master Chief on the right, and AIM figure on the left. Right Commando from Eagle Force Zika Toys on the left, Heya Predator on the right. Hasbro Star Wars Vintage Bo-Katan Kryze on the right. One of the best, or the best Star Wars figure I think of last year. And Old School Space Prisoner from Acid Rain with a little skelly in there.
Oh yes, I quite like the look of that Steiner fella. Very nice outfit.
Yeah, I absolutely agree there. Now we've got some Joytoy figures that'll be in upcoming videos. The Suited Assassin and Mercenary K. And two of the other lads from Dark Source, Boyang Feng and Gregson on the left there. Videos of these guys will be coming soon. Now we'll just do a tiny bit of posing. So in closing, I think this is a really solid release by Joytoy. It took me by surprise. I knew I really liked the design, but it is executed very well. Not perfect, but the changes that Joytoy have made and these little innovations really make this a great release, and really got me thinking of, will this be contender for figure of the year this year so early? Regardless of that, if this is a design that you like, then I would recommend you pick this up. 2 skelly thumbs up from me.
Oh, there we go. Helmet. Oh gosh.
That's better. The inside of the helmet smelled like someone was having a bit too much joy in their toy. Oh, hey, you skellywags. Seems like it's been a while since I've tried on some new gear. If you're in a position to help the channel, check out the YouTube membership and Patreon at patreon.com/SkellywagsTV. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll skell you later.